At the start of the film, we see a classroom where a professor is giving a lecture. Nelson, a student, is showing some college party photos on his laptop. The whole class laughs at the photos, which makes the professor very angry. He tells Nelson and his friends that they'll have to stay after class and discuss it with him. After the class ends, the professor, Anderson, scolds Nelson and his friends, Coley and others, for focusing too much on fun and not enough on their studies. He warns them to take their studies seriously, but assures them they'll pass this time. The students are excited about their summer vacation plans. They decide to travel to Central Florida for a fun trip. On their way, they take a shortcut and meet an unknown man who asks for a ride. They agree to give him a lift. Later, they stop at a gas station where they wash their car. At the gas station, two attractive girls and their friend arrive in a car. One of the students, Anderson, approaches the girls, complimenting one of them and asking for her number. The girl laughs and tells him to give her his number instead. She says she'll call if they get there before her group. Anderson quickly writes his number on her stomach, and she agrees to contact him if they arrive first. The next morning, they reach their destination and see a sign for the village of Pleasant Valley, which has a population of 2,001. They enter the village, expecting it to be empty, but are surprised to find many people there. The mayor greets them warmly and invites them to stay and help out for the village's festival. Though initially skeptical, they are charmed by a beautiful girl from the village and decide to stay. During their stay, the two girls and their friends arrive, and the villagers give them a grand welcome. Everything seems perfect until a new visitor, a brother who came with his girlfriend, arrives and observes the lively atmosphere. After settling in, everyone is happy and decides to stay in Pleasant Valley. They are taken to the Granny Bund Hotel, where they are greeted by two attractive receptionists. Nelson, Anderson, and Coley are excited and hope to get to know the girls better. A hotel employee with an unusual outfit shows them to their room. He explains that he is personally cleaning the rooms to make sure everything is perfect for them. However, he seems a bit strange, and the students feel uncomfortable, so they quickly move on. Nelson, Anderson, and Coley meet the three girls and chat with them. Anderson tells Coley that he didn't expect the village to have so many beautiful girls. Meanwhile, the mayor is plotting something with his friends in the church. They discuss how they will trick the tourists. They plan to make one of the girls the first victim for a dangerous ritual. They believe that once this happens, more visitors will come to the village. Back at the hotel, one of the girls is invited by a local boy to see more of the village. She agrees, impressed by his charm. The boy brings juice to Nelson and his friends and asks if they like the girls. They say they do and are pleased with their beauty. Later, they see a boy chasing a cat, and Granny asks them to help catch it. They agree and follow the boy to help. Meanwhile, the boy who invited the girl takes her to a stable. He pretends to be affectionate with her, but then he ties her up with ropes, making her unable to escape. The boy in the stable tells the girl that he wants to take her flesh and nothing else. He whistles to his horses, and they start pulling the rope tied to her, causing her pain. He plans to kill her by pulling her apart. Meanwhile, Nelson, Anderson, and Coley catch the cat that was causing trouble. They see another boy putting a noose around the cat's neck and ask why he's doing that. He explains that he catches all the animals in the village and hangs them. He gets paid a lot of money by Granny for doing this, which seems strange and unsettling to them. At dinner, Granny and the mayor are waiting. When they notice one of the girls is missing, they lie and say she might have left the village or didn't like it. The boy with the cat meat shows them a piece of meat with the same tattoo as the missing girls. It becomes clear that they are eating her flesh, but the college students are unaware of this. Outside the dining room, Joe is waiting for her friend. He brings her flowers, and she is happy. They spend time together, and Joe goes to her room. Nelson and Coley see them and wonder where Joe went. Later, they find that Joe has disappeared. The local kids discuss who will be hunted next, implying that they are deciding who will be the next victim. That night, everyone goes to their rooms to relax. Nelson is alone and wonders what he'll do when a maid calls to him from outside his window. She asks if she can come in and spend time with him. He invites her in, and she brings what she says is milk. However, the milk is actually acid. As soon as Nelson drinks it, his mouth gets burned, and he dies instantly. The next morning, everyone notices that Nelson is missing. They ask the mayor where their friend is, and he lies, saying Nelson left during the night. This makes the group uneasy, and they decide they need to leave the village. The mayor insists they stay for the village festival that night. Reluctantly, they agree to stay. Meanwhile, at an old house, Nelson's body is being prepared as meat. Joe and the other village girls are taking a bath together, and Coley joins them. In another scene, a boy challenges Coley to a game. They stop and start playing, where Coley is given 2 knives to hit some hair lying in front of him. A strong mark from the boy hits the target. The hair, however, turns out to be from someone else, suggesting something sinister is happening. Instead of helping her friends, the villagers begin a terrifying ritual. After bathing the girl, they dress her in new clothes and make her dance and sing. They lead her to a large bull and tell her it's her turn to die. The girl is shocked and frightened as they prepare to drop the heavy bull on her. The bull falls, killing her instantly. Joe's friend witnesses this horrifying event and tries to run away, but a villager catches him. The boy is attacked and captured, then taken back to the village. The mayor tells him that escape is impossible. The boy, scared and confused, asks why they are still there. The mayor explains that the villagers don't let their guests leave and that he will soon understand why. As the boy tries to comprehend this, 2 girls come forward and he is chased by them. He is killed immediately. Back in the village, Joe and her friends are worried about their missing companions. They act as if they want to leave, but the mayor shows them an old sword and explains its history. He says the sword was used to protect the village during wars and invites them to stay for the festival, promising they can leave afterward. They agree to stay and decide to split up to search for their friends in different parts of the village. While searching, they find Joe's friend at a window looking around. When they go inside, they discover a room full of blood. 2 chefs appear and ask what they're doing. The chefs explain that they will understand the true taste of the village's food at the festival, and insist they leave immediately. As Joe's friend continues exploring, he finds a room with jars containing human body parts. Shocked and horrified, he realizes the village's food is made from people. Before he can react, someone grabs him and kidnaps him, taking him away. When Anderson reaches his hotel room, he finds a girl waiting for him. She starts flirting and seducing him, a ploy that turns out to be a trap. She bites him, and the poison quickly takes effect, leaving him paralyzed and helpless. The villagers, having set their plan into motion, come for him. They drag him to a table and with a heavy stone crush his body, ensuring his death. This gruesome act is part of their ritualistic festival. Meanwhile, Bolo is attacked and left unconscious. When Anderson finally regains consciousness, he finds himself restrained and surrounded by villagers. It's night now, and the villagers are preparing for their festival. They announce that for dinner, they have prepared a special dish. But Anderson's horror grows as he sees that the table is covered with severed heads of his friends. The mayor confronts Anderson and gives him a cleaver. He demands that Anderson kill Joe to save himself. In a desperate attempt to escape, Anderson grabs the cleaver, but instead of killing Joe, he turns it on one of the villagers. After freeing Joe, he tells him they need to escape immediately. The villagers, enraged, start chasing them. Amid the chaos, Anderson fights against Mara, one of the villagers, who is revealed to have had his eyes removed and insects crawling out of his sockets. Mira is defeated, and Anderson is given a bike by the villagers. He is told to leave and not to return. Anderson rides to the police station and recounts the horrific events to the officer on duty. However, the officer dismisses his story as impossible. Skeptical but curious, the officer takes Anderson and Joe to Pleasant Valley. When they arrive, they find nothing but an empty cemetery and a statue of the mayor. The village has vanished. The inspector explains that Pleasant Valley had a population of 2001, but during a war the village was destroyed, and all its inhabitants were killed. The cemetery was built to commemorate the dead. He tells Anderson that the village and its people are gone, and any claims of their existence are dismissed as absurd. Anderson and Joe are left stunned and confused. As they head home on their bike, they repeatedly cross the same stretch of road, causing increasing discomfort. They become uneasy and raise their heads to see a village boy. This boy, representing the vengeful spirits of Pleasant Valley, takes them away. It's revealed that the ghosts of the villagers, seeking revenge for their destruction, are responsible for the horrors Anderson and his friends faced. The story concludes with the grim realization that the village was not just a haunting, it was a place cursed by the souls of those who perished. The unsuspecting tourists had ventured into a place where the spirits of the past were still active, seeking retribution. The film ends, leaving viewers with a chilling reminder of the village's dark legacy and the fate of those who stumbled into its trap.